Hold on. Welcome everybody to Monday Night Fire Shrike. Um, James, you're a dick. uh, but
You guys
uh,
knew that when you brought me on.
I know, we did. So when we last left off, we had the crew of the Fire Shrike in aborts, booze, and bitches, and Merch had poisoned some guy, and and he kind of dies, and accusations has started to fly wildly. When we come back into the middle of this, we come back into the middle of the brawl. There are people, throwing punches, people throwing bar stools, and what have you. um, get a brief overview of where each of your characters are at in the middle of this brawl and melee. And we'll start with Vesa. When shit started popping off, it just sort of erupted into a fight everywhere. There's people brawling all around you. What are you doing? Like, are you brawling with
Um,
somebody? Uh, are you trying to get the fuck out? Are you scampering under a table? Are you what are you doing?
I'm I'm gonna oh man. Okay, so I don't know what's going on. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna duck under the table, but poke my head out just enough to see what's going on and
Mm-hmm.
try and figure out how the fuck to get out of this situation. Just
All
what the
right.
fuck?
All right.
As you look around, go ahead.
as Serold, what exactly what do you do in the middle of this mix, this crazy brawl? Like, are you
Uh,
swinging at somebody? Is somebody swinging at you? Or you?
Probably
Um,
like the biggest group of people who are giving us the look. I use the third level instantaneous ability of my never-ending goddamn spell to create a disorienting event where literally just this portal opens up below them and fish just fly out of it. Just fish
nice,
and they're screaming the fish.
The fish are
nice.
screaming.
The
Yes,
fish.
The
it's
fish
a
are screaming.
yeah. They would
So
so it knocks everyone
they're
off
banshee
target.
fish. I
Yeah,
like it.
in fact, yeah. Let's go with that. They're actually ghost fish.
Nice.
Opened a
Xander,
opened a fucking portal to the underworld ocean.
right? Xander, what does it look like? And you're in the middle of you're here, and there's this brawl going on all around you. What is your point in this here?
Xander's
I'm
staying on
nowhere
board.
near it. I'm on the ship in my
Oh,
quarters
that's right.
doing the research.
Yeah, so maybe we get that, maybe that's the juxtaposition. We get you guys in the middle of the melee, and then we just get this cut scene of Xander just with his fucking
Typing on the
computer on
computer.
one. Yeah, he's got a book, another data pad open over here, and he's kind of, and it's just maybe some elevator style music in the background. It goes back to the middle of the pub, and what is our our pub brawl song that we've got going here? Somebody give me a good pub brawl song that this is happening to.
Laser loves Lucy.
Okay.
Oh
Um.
no. If you want actual music, we can pick something else. But if we're
Yeah.
going with
Sure.
you know, hmm.
um
So anything by Joan Jett where she's angry and on cocaine.
Okay.
That
Well,
works.
that works.
Very
That's
specific. I was gonna say you don't think I'm worth anything, but I feel like a million by fuck. What are they called? Like the caveman or something like that.
That would have been okay too. That'll be the next song on the jukebox.
yeah. You're basically and what does Shaba look like in the middle? There's a guy swinging that's specifically swinging a bottle at your head. Uh.
At my head?
No,
No, in my
Shaba.
head.
Oh.
Shaba.
That's a horrible idea.
That's an extremely horrible idea.
Fireball.
No,
Are we all
Fireball.
within 30 feet of each other? Because that's one of those moments where I want to use my telepathic abilities to go. Uh, don't blow the place up, anyone. Because it is
So
something that I would have to say.
He's swinging
Yeah.
at me, hey?
Yeah.
Right? Don't you have like mind thrust or something that you can just like make him bleed from the inside?
No, that's a mystic ability.
Yeah, it's a mystic
I'm
spell.
sorry, man.
Oh, I guess I'm just gonna open palm punch him.
Oh, nice.
All right, yeah. So maybe we get Shaba trading blows with this guy. What is it? What does it look like with Commodore here?
Uh, the Commodore is still drinking, and as things are being thrown at him, and or punches are being thrown, he's just either blocking or ducking out of the way, but he's managing not to spill his drink as he's doing so, and he's making his way towards the front door.
You probably have the NPCs that are with you. I imagine probably Tixpit is probably trying to like cover your back as you're walking away.
Well,
Um,
and that makes it actually way more beautiful in itself because I am bobbing and weaving because I have lots of ranks in both of those skills, and so does Tixpit. So my shadow is bobbing and weaving with me and taking those ones that are just almost close enough to hit me, but not quite.
right. I think probably, probably we see Nurks like standing on the bar, like does a backflip over somebody who's trying to slash at her feet, grabs their head, slams it down onto the bar, and flips him off as he goes falling backwards, like "fuck you, buddy," and and we see like Oshni just like really, really, he looks every ounce of fluid because he is just like, whoosh, whoosh, and he just snaps at somebody, and there's like a burst of entropic energy, and it pushes him as it pushes him back. I don't think Glycil was here with you guys. Um, who else did you take? Anybody?
We're gonna have to start writing this down.
I didn't take
Uh,
my dudes because
uh,
I didn't want to hear about
Okay,
cappuccinos anymore.
I know that the Vesker here.
Bazik.
I
Oh, uh,
I don't
It's
think
Lady
Blue's
Sonic.
here.
oh,
No, Lady Sonnet is actually in charge of Quevelin, and Quevelin wouldn't have had any part of this. He's not an alcoholic.
He's
He's a
not
yeah.
an
drag.
alcoholic. Whoa! Imagine a gray who's an alcoholic.
Don't have to.
Oh.
There's already been one in the campaign. Squishy.
Yeah, that's technically canon. That's trying to be erased by the Greys themselves, but it won't
uh,
happen.
the
It has negatives in a black box that they can't get into.
They have a uh, but no, yeah, quote. Bazik is probably roaring and slamming people, like probably slam somebody's head through a wall, uh, because that's what the big beefy Vesk do. Um, and
Interesting.
yeah, well, uh, and as this is all going on and whatnot, like we get this, and like it all comes to like almost a stop still frame, and the door opens, and there's like a shadow that like several shadows that cast a pall directly in, uh, and in walks the into the room walks a human woman. She appears to be in maybe her 50s, uh, still, and has lots of cybernetic replacements. And she has a very nasty contingent of goons with her. And she looks around and she looks around and goes, "That will be quite enough." And it's not like so loud that it's overpowering, but it's enough that people hear it, and the people that do hear it, everybody kind of like turns around, and people kind of stop fighting, uh, and they kind of
I telepathically say to Bazik's handler to calm down the beast, because otherwise this woman will have no problem killing everyone in the room.
yeah. Isaki puts a hand on Bazik, who who looks like he still wants to go, but he holds himself back for the time being. Um, Anybody here? Uh, would like to figure out who this is before I make the reveal, just
I
to know
wanna-
that, give me
I
a
wanna
culture
know.
check. Give me a
Okay.
culture.
Do I need to make a culture check if I know who it is?
You probably already know who it is, so
I was pretty sure I'd seen this old woman before.
yeah, your stat, you actually have met her before. Okay, so Serold, you get the feeling that you're fairly certain this is somebody who's important, but it's kind of hard getting the timelines tangled up. Um, Shaba, Vesa, both of you instantly play. Shaba, you would recognize her anyway because you've met her before. Vesa, you recognize who this person is by reputation. This is Sarah's Hightower. She
Okay.
is the most well-known lord on the Pirate Council. It's she is like, if you don't know anything else about like the space pirates and the diaspora, you know who she is. She's pretty much the de facto like head of the Council of Pirates. She's kind of
If there
um
was a president,
mhm.
she has been in office for a really long time, and
Yeah,
she earned that spot and
Ah, she's
dodges
the
death on a regular
FDR of the
basis.
presidents.
yeah, she's
Yeah,
she's a tough old pirate. She's been the longest serving that anybody knows about. Aside from Chunderbucket Charlie, which you've probably heard rumors about, like just being on the Fire Shrike.
also, since I don't know who caused this death, I'm going to be super pissed if they fuck up my relationship with this lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sarah's kind of looks around and surveys the damage, and she's like, she just kind of looks for a minute, and she's like, "You do all realize that while we're inclined to turn a blind eye to a little bit of raucousness, this is not the right time for this. Who's responsible?" And there's like a couple of like one of the guys like looks over and he's like, "They killed him," like, and he points at and she's like, "Who killed who?" He's like, and like they point him out like, "My shipmate, my friend. They these guys over here, they killed him. They poisoned him. I know it. That's how they operate." And he pointing to a different rival crew, because they don't have any idea who.
Would Cyril be able to step in and introduce himself as an investigator?
Don't investigate. They
That
think it's
doesn't
someone
seem
else.
like a good idea.
You
I-
can
Let this play out.
make an
You must put on
intelligence check.
somebody
See
else.
if you think that's a good idea.
No, better
Yeah.
yet, before I do that, I have a way to always ask if it's a good idea if my mouse doesn't freeze. Crap, hold on.
Oh,
I would
great mouse.
telepathically be like,
Please
it's
do
not a good
freeze.
idea.
Hey, here's the thing though, how else am I gonna figure out that it's Merch's fault? Besides, it never said I'd tell them who did it.
Oh, well, that's true.
I don't know why it rolls
I
that.
know, you're just so socially awkward, my friend.
What are you doing? Okay, what are you doing here? Particular-
Casting augury. Is it a good idea or a bad idea to investigate who really killed this man?
Okay, it's, how does that go? I always have to look this.
In before it breaks because 25%.
Hello, Merch.
Ah, there he is.
I'm socially awkward, but I'm not stupid.
If it sounded like I meant it that way, I apologize.
No, I'm just saying.
I know, Cyril, that you are not stupid by far, but we're in big trouble here.
Merch
I mean,
might
but we
be
don't
in
know
trouble.
we're in
You
big
know-
trouble yet.
The chances
You-
of her showing up for a bar brawl
Cyril?
Mhm.
are not high.
Gotcha.
Serold, the answer you get back is that it probably wouldn't be a good idea to investigate this at this time.
No.
Whoa.
Yeah, you get whoa.
Whoa!
You get
Whoa.
Hey,
whoa.
Ashni was here too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe like as the word
Yeah.
"whoa" enters my whoa,
Yeah. So, yeah. Um. it's-
I'll hold my tongue then. I didn't say it. I didn't say a thing. Fuck you, people.
Okay. Yeah. Um. And there's a bit of bickering about it as she sort of like, a bit of bickering. And while they're bickering about it, she kind of turns around and looks at you, Zai, and she goes, Captain Volvetto, how would I have known that you would have been in the middle of this chaos?
Because it's aborts and it's the only borts on Broken Rock, and I'm well known to come here and have gravy fries.
She just kind
Yes,
of,
does trouble find me? Often. But I was at the bar the whole time. You can see that on the backlog. Or on the backlog, on the video log.
yeah,
Because it may be a dive bar, but they're not fucking stupid.
she's like, I don't doubt that. It's well known that trouble follows you and finds you even when you're doing nothing. The question I have is why didn't you have this situation under control? Your reputation and your standing with the pirate with the council being what it is,
Ooh.
we would have expected it might have been a courtesy that you would have calmed this situation down. Certainly you have the manpower, if reports are to be believed.
If reports are to be believed, ma'am, I am quite fearsome, in fact. I apologize. It was more of a, this is not my fight. And honestly, normally the bouncers at boards are quite quick at stopping any sort of dispute. The bodies at the front door often are the reason for that. Oh, there was a problem. We took care of it.
Yeah, she's like, she's like,
If there is a future endeavor, I will do my best to complete the task that you have set before me. Thank you,
yeah,
milady.
she's like, that said, I understand we have some business to take care of.
Okay.
The gin.
The gin. Oh, yeah. I'm sure you don't want to do this here, especially after this match.
Yeah,
Um, I think at everybody that can blow things up, and I'm like, and this is why you didn't blow things up, because this would have went south really fast.
If
Look at you, Shaba.
if I may interject,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're back now. I'm sorry.
yeah, I am so sorry about that. I had just woke up, so I had to get a couple things.
Well,
sorted.
no.
Oh.
You
You
have
guys are right, he
the
was sleeping.
grandmother rat's cloak, so it's completely legit that you were just not there. So
Yeah. No. So, if I were able to interject, Merch would probably say, I'm terribly sorry that whoever's associate happened to face some sort of untimely end. Um, this causes ruckus on your starship, or on your, what do you call it?
Space Pirate Fortress.
Station. There we go. This causes ruckus on your station. Please allow me, as a gesture of goodwill, to also throw in some Luxtasy for you.
And she
Did you
just
just offer the Queen of fucking England drugs?
Yeah, she's
Yep.
fucking.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, because the Queen of England is a pirate, baby.
yeah, she just
I realized that, but
Can I sense
Wow.
motive on merch? It,
Yeah.
you have balls the size of coconut, and you're a little guy for that big of balls.
I would imagine a sense motive might be
I
worthwhile
mean,
here.
I'm
I have
re-rolling
something.
that.
Oh,
Suppose I need to roll a bluff now, don't I?
I get a 1d6 as
I'm
well.
using my other re-roll
Ew.
because this is
Damn,
an
sir.
investigation. God damn it!
Okay.
Are you fucking
Sorry.
kidding me?
22 for me.
Hey, So I got a
Of course, I
27.
missed by
I got
fucking
by.
one.
I got by through that
22.
by the skin of my fucking teeth. This is dumb.
No, I beat it by 1, sir.
One
You
day
beat
I'll
it
be
by
able to
one?
beat a.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
you
got.
would know that something's up, but you don't know the exact reason.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no,
you're like,
and it's just another check mark on a
yeah.
long list of nothingness.
Merch was just a little too prepared for this situation. And it can be attributed to a good business sense or acumen, but he was a little too prepared for this to
I-
offer this.
I'm
And
still like super surprised that I got yelled at for not being an enforcer on a pirate cove.
yeah, well, she's basically Ceres is kind of like, let's talk business and
All right, so where are we going for
outside.
this? Do you want to go
She's like,
to my ship for this? Do you want to go somewhere public? I don't care, but I know you don't want to do it here.
let's take a walk.
Cool. Everyone, after we're done with this talk, we're probably going to leave, so grab anything you need now and then go home. All right. Take spit with me and who else? Uh, hmm.
Do you need a
Oshni
diplomatic person?
and let's take you, Cyril.
Yeah. So as you're walking, she's I think she pretty much she waits for a little bit, and she's got a couple of her guys with her too. And she's
Well,
like,
yeah. Not
she's
that
like,
she has anything to fear. She would kill us all and not
yeah,
like break
yeah.
a sweat.
Oh, and she's like, now that we're far enough away from the rabble, I simply needed a bit of pretext. As you know, we don't allow too much fighting without council approval. Your duel with Captain Kiln was proof of that.
Oh yeah, thanks for that again. It's a great little ship I had.
Yes, well, she's like, it certainly, if you were hoping it would slow his momentum, it certainly hasn't. He's done rather well for himself.
Yeah,
As
if
in,
I was into politics, it might be a little different, but that's neither here nor there.
she's like, as a matter of course, your arrival in presence has caused a great deal of pressure to be put upon this. Your known association here has had them pressing us and everybody on the account from here to there, all over the diaspora and all out to the reaches of the system. It's been a little difficult to run things at the moment. There's a great deal of backlash against your petition for sovereignty. They don't generally like the idea of sending the message that all one has to do to skirt the law is to take a uninhabited planet and declare yourself a nation. So, like,
Yeah.
as a result, we're going to need to have some high-end parts for
Oh,
ships.
oh, I apologize, dear. I just thought of the sheer ridiculousness of, you know what? Let's go take a planetoid and claim ourselves a sovereign nation. You, you do realize that this is only because there are other key parts in play that are making me do this ridiculous thing. I am more than happy to just have a planetoid that I go to because I'm bored and I like it there.
Well, and I understand this, and I'm quite fine with it. However, we're going to need a little something additional from you.
Ooh.
Ship parts. We'd like to have a few. We understand that Jesuit mine of yours is something that could be potentially useful. We'd like you to, and we understand you have connections with people in manufacturing. Do you think you could arrange something where we get a few Jesuit made power cores to outfit some of our ships with? Something
Okay.
under the table. Do you know anyone who might have the resources to do something like that and keep it outside of the scope of packed world business?
Oh, this is one of those things, sir. All right, so do we have enough Jesuit being mined currently to even make things that big at the moment?
Not yet, no.
Okay, so we'll start with that. Um, at the moment, the Jesuit mine is more of, hey, there's some Jesuit in this rock over here. When we have time, because we're currently frontiering this entire planet, we'll get to that. But this is Captain's eyes, and if you mess with it, he'll kill you. And that's pretty much what we were left with. So at the moment, there should be a whole bunch of Kolnax people there getting ready to start something, but they still have to build from the ground up, literally. So even with the tools that they brought with them, it's a slow matter. It might be months before we can produce.
She's like, I understand there will be some time issues involved in putting something, an operation of this size, in order. That's why I propose it now rather than later down the road. That way, there is a direction and a reason for that direction to exist.
I will continue to pay my 10% dues, of course. And on top of that, I have no problem making anything for you guys.
And she's like,
Because, ah, um, I like to make things. Honestly, if we could drop the terrorism, I would be way happier just as Zai the weaponsmith or Zai the fucking artificer. But at the moment, in order to do what I need done, I'm also Zai the fucking illegitimate king.
mm, she nods. She's like, then it's settled. We'll create some back channels with your colonists and
Ooh,
keep active communication alive so that we're
actually,
capable.
do you remember one of my engineers that went by the name of Elgas?
I believe I remember him.
Yes. He is currently on Planet Zai and would love to head something like that up. Um, so I will give you his contact information, and I will also contact him, but he is definitely the one that would be in charge of building such things.
My boy.
She's like, she's like, excellent. She says, she's like, tell him, forward me the details and tell him to expect one of our agents to arrive as soon as we're able to get someone into the cluster.
I swear it will be done. Also, pay them in UPBs because the more UPBs they have on planet, the better. They are literally like they're still scouring the sky for parts.
Mm. She kind of nods and she says, she's like, you have my information. Send me the details, and I will send an agent in that direction to set up the back channel business
Right.
end of
I
things.
type in a few words and send it to Qualu, so Qualu can fucking send it to someone else to actually do all the work.
All right. And I want to cut over to a scene as you guys are like, they obviously, most of the rest of you kind of got left behind and whatever. Um,
Ouch.
Roba,
Sorry guys, I didn't mean to leave you all behind.
yeah.
Whatever, you're not
Uh,
sorry.
Um, Shaba, you notice that Nurx has pretty much given you the cold shoulder. She really hadn't had shit to say to you. Um, the less than usual. So, and maybe like after the brawl is sort of like ended, she just does that thing of like she's like, well, I guess I gotta get to work in the gin in the brewery, and like drops the guy that she was smashing, whose head she was smashing against the table, jumps off and walks by you, Vesa, and she's like, cream puff, and walks and doesn't even say anything to you, Shab, as she walks by. Just like she says more to the new girl than she does to you. And
Since she's so short and I'm so tall, I keep pace with her and just walk right behind her.
And yeah, she pretty much just does her. She pretty much just sort of ignores you and like keeps moving. And I mean, it's not until like she gets close to the blue, like gets close to the landing pad of the blue ember that she turns. She's like, "What? What do you fucking want?" She's like,
Oh, you finally talked to me. What's
she's
your
like,
problem?
"You fucking blew up my friend. That's my problem. You're worse than Sluff Sluff. At least we knew he was gonna throw grenades everywhere." He's like, "What? You think throwing fireballs at your friends was just okay or something? I got work to do." And she turns and goes back up into the blue ember to get to work.
Nice.
I go back to the fire shrike. Crazy ass goblin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on. In this interaction, you're the one who thinks that the other party is crazy.
Exactly. Java thinks she's normal. You guys are all nutcases.
Fair.
I
Yeah.
feel that in my
To
soul.
be fair,
Vesa, what are you doing here? Like as like like both Shaba and Nurks have left. Oshni is it's kind of hard to tell if he's looking around or just standing there. He's kind of he seems to be spaced out, if that's possible for an ooze. Well, I should say they, because Oshni technically has no gender.
Right.
Um, uh,
Well,
but,
go ahead.
yeah, and I think Tixpit's already left with Zai. There wasn't anybody else there, so yeah.
Okay, well, I see everybody walking off except for Ashi, and I'm going to pick up the fries
Ashni
that
went with
Zai
me.
left behind. Oh, did he?
Yeah, Ashni left with me.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well,
okay,
I'm still
that-
going to
Yes,
pick up the
Ashni,
fries.
Six Pit, me.
And
I'm-
your
I'm-
face.
I'm going to pick up the fries that Zai left behind because there's some left, and I'm like walking back to the ship, and I'm snacking, and I'm
They're
stepping
the best
over
gravy
people,
fries you've ever had.
and that's what I'm thinking. I'm just like, holy shit, he was fucking right. That's
I,
pretty cool.
I ask, as Vase is leaving, I ask, Vesa, do you need accompaniment to the ship? Things have gotten notably dangerous here. As like he hops onto his mule drone.
I mean, only if you want to ride in my pocket, because that is my lifelong dream at this point.
He like
it is
looks
so
at
funny how
Vesa. Oh, go ahead.
Ashira's friends. All of Ashira's friends have that whole thing where they want to put small races in their pockets. They're like, "Can I keep it? No, it
I
has a
mean-
soul. You can't keep it if it
Yeah.
has a soul."
I
Yeah.
don't want to keep him. I just want him to sit in my pocket.
Merch,
I probably have big enough pockets for merch to sit in.
well, Merch
Yeah.
is a tiny
Sleeping.
creature, so most anyone has like big enough pockets, unless they're wearing conventional like modern day female attire, at which point they have no pockets.
Right.
might have
right.
Okay, I'm not
pockets.
even getting into that one.
Yeah,
Sorry, you're
Wow.
just the cutest little drug dealer I've ever seen in my life.
Birch like looks at the mule drone and then looks at Vesa, then looks at the mule drone, and maybe you get like a tiny little insight where he's just like, "This will curry favor," and just says, "Okay."
I'm just
fine."
kidding. I don't have any pockets. It's cool.
He like looks slightly bemused and goes, "Well, onto the mule drone it is," and just like follows you on the mule drone, essentially.
Yeah.
yeah.
Love
Um,
it.
Nice. So, Xander, the more you look at the information in front of you, the more you're looking at it and reading into it and what have you, the more you've got this impression that more than just going to the dig site in the Marexa Republic, you actually want to check their records too, and it wouldn't be a bad idea to check the Gitteron Authority records, because the areas in disputed territory between the two, between the two powers, and it has a bit of a shared history with both because the planet in question has a lot of ancient hobgoblin ruins on it,
Ooh.
but it's been a part of the Republic for a long time too. So it is entirely possible that either side of this equation has done some sort of scientific research that might give you some greater clues as to where exactly on the planet you're going. So you're and you're just kind of you're kind of at that stand. So you realize that anybody who's looked at your work would probably be able to make similar deductive reasoning on where the next place to go would be.
Question is, which one will they go to?
Mm-hmm.
Which one should I go to? Well, I'd probably have to talk to the captain and be like, all right, I figured this out. Where can we go next?
So
Let's wait till tomorrow, and we'll ask Cyril to ask.
If Cyril can roll to figure out how to ask.
roll to figure out how to ask. Because that's how Cyril casts spells now. He pulls out dice and rolls to see if he can figure out how to ask. I don't know. You're pretty good. You're pretty certain that that's where like your next logical steps are going to take you to one of those two places. And
I'm not there, so I can ask questions. So,
yeah, you're pretty much there's like Qualu is on the ship, Rulia is on the ship, Glycil is on the ship, etc., etc. Um,
I know,
you
but I would do like general message to the Commodore and be like, hey, next time you get a free moment, swing by my place real quick. We have something important to talk about.
Yep.
okay.
All right. Vesa, those of you who are going back to the ships have pretty much made it there by this point. Shaba, you're already back at the Fire Shrike. Are you guys sending Serold and company back over to the Fire Shrike for the next jump? Is
I
that
think
how
so.
that's working? Okay.
Yeah, Brian, or I'm sorry, Shaba, we need to actually work on that before we take off. Who's going to be on your ship?
That'd be a nice idea. I don't know. Who do you think would be good? Who do you think can put up with me?
Hmm. Well, the thing is if you take Cyril, he comes with 2 people. You
But he's
can't take
boring.
Besa or Nurks because they have to be with Shaba. They're not with Shaba. Damn it, with Ashira.
Ashira, yeah.
And if you take Xander, then you get both of the Vesk because they need to be near him or they feel like something's wrong. Otherwise, Xander would definitely be on your ship. He's a good fit. So if you're good with Xander and see, the thing is because you have the brig, you can have extra people on the ship. They just can't help
Yeah.
when you need them, or they have to switch out, and that takes a whole turn. That thing.
You do have the
really
gray
need
as
to
a
find better quality crew.
Mm. Well,
oh
and I come to your ship, but then they'd be like, "Why is the Commodore on the little ship?"
Because he knows where the party is.
That is true.
I mean,
And see, with that kind of talk, Vesa would really like to be on your ship, but I don't know. I mean,
but
she
on
can.
principle, I have to be with Ashira because that's my girl.
Though at this point, we need to get that girl some electrolytes. Space diarrhea for 2 weeks in a row. That's horrible.
Yeah. No, I know. She's completely passed out in in a medically
You'd
induced
almost
coma.
die, though.
Mm.
I could whip something, a cocktail up.
Right?
That's
But-
medically sound. It doesn't have any of my special stuff.
Merch has
It's
a perfect
medically sound.
combination of stimulants, analgesics, stomach settlers, and all sorts of multicolored uppers, downers, and in-betweeners.
And if
I
you
was
say
actually
this out
thinking
loud, I'm just like,
injecting
this is why we're
electrolytes.
friends.
Yeah. So you guys have kind of made it back to your ships. You're taking you're gonna take Shaba. You're taking who? Xander and the Vesk with you.
Yeah, this should be interesting having Vesk on board.
Right, and she does mysticism, right? Or is she a technomancer?
She does mysticism. She's a mystic, and
So
technically technomancers have access to mysticism too. So
Oh yeah,
that's fine. But so you have a mysticism, so you got a magic officer slash science officer if she's got any computers, and a tank. Uh, who else would you like?
and Xander, you've got skills in what computers and uh
Yeah, there's a science officer there.
like I hate to bring it down to just one skill because I know you got a bunch of other skills too.
I know I got a bunch of them. I got like a lot
Can you
and like
pilot?
everything. Yes,
Nice.
not very well, but
Well, no, it just helps when you're shooting a gun. That was why
Yeah, computers,
I was gonna say. And I think your current pilot is
scramjet,
scramjet.
scramjet.
I'm looking at
engineering. So yeah.
yeah, whistle fizz on engineering. I got wreck on guns.
Okay. Oh, and Quevelin is still in the brig as his like permanent home for now.
Right.
Which one's Quellin?
Equivalent is
The
the
gray.
gray. Yeah.
Oh,
Did you?
Which,
the other one that doesn't talk to me.
by the way, as you're like, when you come back on the ship, like you pass by the gray, and the gray just kind of like looks at you, still hasn't addressed you at all, uh, but kind of, uh, but is just sort of been there. Like, as far as you know, he has addressed the captain, the Commodore, and he's addressed Serold,
Oh, hell yeah!
uh, but he's just kind of like they are
Spell
just kind of
the
like
best
doing
woman's name,
quietly
sir.
watching. Isaki,
Yes.
it's it is Isakee. Isaki.
Okay.
Yeah,
And what is his name again? Basic. Okay.
Bazik, 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 real easy. Um,
Yeah, when I walk by the gray, I just sort of look at him. It's like, not talking yet, hey?
just
Okay.
kind of looks, yeah, it just kind of looks at you and kind of um move and kind of keeps going for a minute wherever
All
they're
right.
going.
Your current roster has been updated, Shaba, on the Fire Shrike 4.0.
So,
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. And Quevelin is listed as a passenger, but he's still in the brig.
yeah, and I think that probably there is probably a call from oh, there's
Hugo
probably
Rez?
nope, there's a call for there's a call from Glycil that comes through, and he's like, it comes through to you, to probably you, Commodore, and it's like, um, so the frozen people, they've been awake, and the one called Rex Tolak keeps asking questions.
Okay. We should deal with that after we take off again. Let's see. So it's 7:30 right now. I'm almost done here. Let's say tell them that I'll have a meeting with them at 1100 hours packed standard time in the morning.
Yeah, okay. And he's like, all right, but they're not terribly patient. He,
After I get off the phone with him, I call Merch and I'm like, Merch, can you fix them a cocktail so they'll be more patient?
Captain, I was just waiting for your permission. These people could do perfectly with a high dose sedative and a low dose of a simple downer.
He's, yeah, they're
Something like a muscle relaxant and potentially a trazodone stand-in.
I have a story, but it's completely inappropriate, and I just
Mm,
hang
I
up
feel
after
like I
that.
have a story too.
oh, yeah. There's yeah, like if you're gonna go to, they're in the medical bay at this point. Are you gonna? Is that where you're headed, Merch? Or are you gonna?
Weird.
I I go to the medical bay, but I
All right.
send the nurse like I need to have like a private meeting with you. Um but yeah, I head to the medical bay and I do the standard. Do not worry, the doctor is here. I am here to make sure that you have a peaceful and simple flight.
Yeah, Rex Tolak is back. Is actually standing up. He's
No, no,
and
no. Standing is bad
he's
for your health. Your muscles still need to go through another day or two of massage regimen.
he kind of looks at you. He's like massage regimen. He goes, there are two things you need to know. One, I don't need no stinking massage regimen. And two, I'm tired of sitting here waiting for answers. So get me your captain.
The captain said he will be with you shortly. Now, please, if you would hand me your arms, this would become much more easy.
I am not taking any more drugs. I want to know what's going on. Where are we and what's going on?
I'm
Wait,
gonna
should I
use
walk?
my
Yeah, you
reroll on
can.
that.
Yeah, you can certainly walk in.
Okay.
There we go. Okay.
Hey.
I look at him and my demeanor goes from the good doctor to oh fuck really quick. And I say, listen, I have files upon files of you. We have enough data on you that no one's going to believe that you're a clone if we don't want them to. And we can accuse you of many crimes. In fact, we're so good at looking at documents, we could fabricate whatever we want. How would
I
you
think
like it if we dropped you off at the side of the packed world and we accused you of some of the most horrendous war crimes that we could even concoct? And believe me, I have an imagination. Now give me your arm before I shoot it with my
I
needle
think
gun.
I think Dyden Losif, who's sitting over there, just do what he says. Just do what he says. It's probably okay, right? And uh, but Rex Tolak kind of is like he's actually probably like no dice. He says I'm not. He says I'm not getting pumped full of any more than I've already been pumped full of. That's how I got. I'm guessing that's how I got here. Is somebody pumping me full of things.
I
Really?
look at him. I look at him and I go, all right. And does a 22 hit an unarmored man?
It does, but oh, God damn it, you would have to do this before I actually have stats worked up for him. So
No.
let me see what is going
You
to be
put
the
up a fight. You need to have stats.
Yeah, no. I just go, whatever you say, and I fire a dart directly into his neck. And as I do this, I go, Ms. Losif, that is a very wise assessment. In fact, if you don't want to, you don't have to take the cocktail, but it might
what
settle
is
your
the
nerves.
what is the save DC for this?
All right, it's gonna be a standard sedative. I need to figure that out real quick.
So MK1.
That's just going to do non-lethal damage.
Yeah, it's supposed to put him into a more relaxed state, which has just been agitated by 2 degrees because he just got shot in the neck.
So about where he is now then.
Eh, it's gonna take a couple more, yeah.
Let's
Good thing
see.
he's got the nurse in there to do it now.
Right.
Let's see.
Well, let me put it this way: if it's a standard sedative, if that's all it is, then it's the extra dice of damage of non-lethal damage
Hmm.
added to the damage that he's doing. If you're looking for something that's going to make him instantly pass out, I don't think there's anything that's going to make him instantly pass out.
Shucks. Well, what else do I have in my inventory? Let me look real quick.
Can
And he's more than 5 hit dice, just so you know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd be like sleep.
I mean, I could just hit him with a turbo quarrying, I think. Let me double check that. Yes. Okay, so that is a dexterity track, fortitude, DC 14 poison that will eventually render them immobile.
This is all escalated because I wasn't at home.
Let's
yeah.
see.
Can I
So
wanna
it
step
goes
in
sluggish,
and-
stiffened, staggered, immobile.
Hold on. As he's still going to do things. Um. Do. Where am the page I'm looking for? Do. I thought I had that marked, but apparently not.
What are you looking for?
There we are. I'm looking at the poisons and stuff. So -2 to reflex, ability checks, rolls, etc. Special abilities decreased by 2. All right. Well, let's see. Me give him. Let's see. He's gonna have. Where is it? Where is it? Me. See. And then. Okay. Oops. So that'd be plus 19 instead. And you are, so that's not high enough level to do that. But what is your armor class?
My armor class? KAC or EAC?
KAC.
Okay. 22.
He throws a punch and he misses, but he's not done.
Mhm.
And what is the time? What is the track time on that? What is the what do they call it?
1 around for 4 rounds.
1 per round. Okay. So that's a pass.
Yeah.
And he's gonna swing at you again. But first of all, he's gonna do what he was trying to do in the first place. That's enough. So let's see.
Wait, don't I get a move at this point too?
No, you can go for it. Go for it.
Yeah.
But he does
I
connect. So
Okay. I'm going to run to the far end of the room and activate my grandmother's cloak.
Plus, and what's
Does that make you
his
invisible?
Yes.
Okay.
two? But he does connect with you doing a certain amount of damage here. First of all, 4 points of damage, but second of all, I need to look up. So that's 21 points of damage. He has managed to grab he's managed to grab like a scalpel or something off and slices you as you run off, as you go to run off.
Yeah, Merch goes completely silent as he turns invisible. And he's going to activate his force pack, which also makes no noise. And yeah, he's going to just like hover in an upper corner somewhere.
Okay. Can I run in the room now?
Yeah, you can run.
Okay, so I see it go down. And I kind of run up to Rex and I'm like, "Hi. Listen, can we put that down? I'm really sorry. The doctor has incredibly bad bedside manner, and you have not at all been informed as to what you're doing here. And
He's
I
staggered
I
at this point,
wanna
isn't he?
But
I wanna
but at four rounds he's done then. So it's run its course. So yeah.
so
But
is
go
he
ahead.
Is he
Sorry.
immobile then?
No, he's
so is
not
he
immobile.
mellow?
He's staggered,
Okay.
but he's not. He's staggered, but that just means he can still swing wildly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I wanna pet his shoulder and be like, "Wow, you're really strong. For just waking up, that's incredible. Listen, I'm so sorry. He's an asshole, and you had every right to hit him because he did that. But honestly, even though he's an asshole, he's really trying to help. And you just woke up out of this like cryo whatever, and we found you. And I don't know a lot of the details other than your body is incredibly heavy because I had to help carry you. Uh, but we're just trying to help and get you situated. And whatever he said, he probably didn't mean. Maybe I don't know him as well as I should. Anyway, hi, I'm Vesa, and I want to roll a diplomacy check. Make that motherfucker calm down. Oh, I rolled 2. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I hit it twice.
+1.
Um.
Don't forget your D6.
Yep. Nope. That's fucking. I did put a space in there this time. My life. 8. Okay. So
Yay.
he's like, I didn't consent. I didn't consent to have anything put into me.
I
He's
know.
said that is he said that is quite frankly the kind of thing that the corporations do.
I'm going to have
Oh,
gotten
we're-
on top of a medical cabinet on this point, and I'm just going to say, while still invisible and invisible and floating, this was the captain's orders. I was only following orders, friend.
He's like, there's only 2 things you need to know. 1, I don't care. 2, if I see you again, I'm gonna squash you.
Okay, well, you don't have to see him anymore. For now, it'd be real cool if you. Well, I mean, you're probably gonna have to. I hate to say this, he's the doctor, and yeah, he's still super duper an asshole, and I'm super duper sorry about that. So, why don't we just calm down and talk about it? Like, what do you
I
want to know,
wouldn't-
and how can I help?
I
Merch, shut the fuck up.
interject. I interject and I go, I wouldn't fall asleep lest your Achilles tendons end up misplaced or somewhat damaged. And I'm
He's
going
not
to float
hoping.
out of the room.
he's just he's like Glycil probably looks at it, looks on and shakes his head, and he's like, he's like, I can stand in as your medical physician for a while. You're the duration of me being here. I think there's a definitive conflict of interests here. and he kind of, and like maybe he sends something to you, Captain, about like what just went down. He's like, sub
Right.
yeah, subject Rex Tolak refused treatment. Merch pushed the issue, and they just about wrecked the medical lab fighting until Vesa came in.
Just about wrecked. Whatever. I was invisible. It was only a matter of time. He was in my element, damn it.
All right. So after I get Glycil's message, I'm like, well, it's time to go home. And I walk right in. I walk
Yep.
right past everyone. I walk straight to the medical bay. And I go, hi, I'm Captain Zai. I hear you're stabbing people because they told you that I want drugs in you. I told them to make you comfortable. He took it to a little bit of an extreme. Now, if you have a problem, swing on me.
He's like, I need to know where I'm at and what's going on here. Who are you people?
Ah, we're the people that pulled you out of stasis. My name is Zai. I'm not sure if I've met this version of you or not.
This version. And he just looks at you like dubiously.
All right, so let's see. Who would do it that's here? Hmm. We're still on Broken Rock. Hey, Shaba, do you want to show this guy all of the things that he's been doing in the Tabori cluster?
This guy in your medical bay?
Yeah,
Yeah, sure. I'll send all of it over. One sec.
thank you.
Yeah, and maybe the terminal reads out and he's like, that's not me.
Ah,
He goes,
but it is you, but it's not you.
he
And
goes,
I can try to
what is going
explain
on?
this to you. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, he's like, what is going on here?
All
I
right,
did
let's
mention clothes to him.
start with this. All right, first of all, just in case you don't remember who I am Captain Zai, and I have way better things to do than lie to you right now. So I want you to try and listen with just a little bit of an open ear. Um, so the ability to make replicants is possible. I use the word replicant instead of clone here because I was told a few weeks ago that I was wrong to say it the other way. So what a replicant is an exact copy of you with a short lifespan. Now, the people that we believe to be in play are a mythical race called the Greys. And, well, have they met Quevelin yet since they woke up?
They may have seen him in the post delirium, like frozen delirium, like coming out of stasis, because he was there with you
Probably
guys.
not. So I summon Quevelin. In fact, just a second. This will make it way easier. Do 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 do.
Yeah,
Ha ha. I didn't even mean to do that music, but that's what it was.
you get like a text reply of yes.
No, I definitely told him to show up over here.
Okay, yeah, he comes, he shows up, he looks over and he's like, uh, maybe he sends a message to you directly, Zai, like, what exactly am I doing here?
I find it easier to convince any other race of your existence as a whole with someone that's actually here. So, one moment, and then I'll let you go do your thing. So, there is this race called the Greys that we believe is partially behind these replicants. There have been replicants of a couple of members of my crew, and then I list off all the other people that we've found like records for that they have replicated. And then I show a montage of footage of both evil Ezzy and evil Ashira versus the actual ones that technically exist now, and then everything else. Uh, I assume that she's listening too. I try to make it very polite because I don't want to hurt her feeler bads.
Yeah, you're getting another angle on the Vesa on the story of Ashira having been replaced with a replicant for a period of time.
Oh yeah, and if you're here,
Yeah.
I should. Yeah, but
I'm
no.
here.
But
Yeah.
as
Just
far as it all
listening.
goes, I spend the next, let's say, 3 to 4 hours on this, and try to keep his questions to a minimal until the very end, where I now go. So, do you feel better now that you know the now or the how and the why of why you're here, where you are, and the fact that I will take you anywhere you need to be? But someone is going to probably try to kill you wherever that is. You're safer here at the moment than anywhere in the universe.
And Rex kind of he kind of does that thing where he's like scratching his chin as he takes it in. And Dyden, for her part, looks just absolutely horrified at the whole situation.
I
She's like,
offer her some halfling sleep, or I mean
yeah,
hyperleaf.
she actually does remember meeting you at this because she's like you came into the ring or came into the room, and she was like, Captain, and she was like, um, and she's like, the last thing I remember, you were going to go take care of some blood accretion, and then next thing I knew, I
Uh,
was waking up here.
right. So, I'm glad that you at least remember me, dear. So, as you saw in the different videos that we've come up with to explain this problem, um, you were replaced as well. You've done atrocious things in the name of whoever's in control, which we still can't actually prove it's his race, and any knowledge that he might have had of it's been erased by the technology that they have. So he's kind of useless as far as intelligence gathering goes for this. And also, he's incredibly annoyed that I keep bringing him out to show people that he exists.
Yeah, you get the telepathic message of indeed.
Mm.
He's like, but yeah, there's
Imagine if the roles were reversed and Kasathans were thought of like you are, or your people are. You'd be pulling me out. I mean, who brings
No.
Optimus Prime to a party and doesn't have him turn into a truck before he leaves?
well, Rex breaks in at this point. He goes, and you're telling me these dates here are correct?
Actually, I can tell you exactly what the date is. Hang on. The current date is Adros the first. No, wait, that's not right. We're a month past that. So whatever September is, and the year is what 319 now. Yeah,
Like he looks and he goes, you're. If that's true, then my last memory is 80 years ago.
80 years ago.
Oh no.
He,
Really? There have been that many Rex Tolofs? That's great.
he is. I'm gonna
Ugh.
need some time to process this.
Ugh.
And
Do you need
uh,
a drink or something?
Okay.
I make really good coffee.
What? If you are technically that far removed from the timeline, sir, 80 years is a long time. I hope you had some elven friends or some droven friends at least.
he kind of shakes his head. He goes, I might still know some people that are alive, but all of my family and friends, they're likely long dead at this point. And he kind of shakes his head, and he's like, um, says, Captain, keep the little plant away from me. And he kind of gives you he kind of gives a sidelong glance
Hmm.
out the door. He's like,
In that case, perhaps you'd like to stay in one of the bungalows on the fire track.
he he kind of goes, uh, he goes, maybe. And he looks over at Dyden Losif, and he looks back
And
at you.
Dyden, how far removed are you then from the timeline? What's the
She's
last day
like,
you remember?
Well, like you actually remember the day she's talking about because in this case, see, there was a reason why Dyden Losif and her people seemed very different after you came back from the deal. If
Oh
what
yeah,
she's
yeah.
telling you, if what she's telling you is true, while you were off fighting the blood accretion, they were replaced. Like at least she was abducted and replaced because she
Well,
remembers meeting you and seeing you off to go do that mission, but she doesn't remember anything past that. Um,
so well, no, that means that she was still there for like the month that I spent becoming friends with all of them. So she at least has some sort of a relationship with Zai. And
yeah,
that's kind of
exactly.
important in this, especially
Yeah.
since this Rex doesn't remember us. And if he's 80 years from the past, how many Rexes have they made? And how has it not become a thing before this?
Mm-hmm. Well, you
Hmm.
know,
Who do we have that can actually do brain stuff since Ezzy's not here?
and they can do brain stuff.
Yeah,
Are you
like a brain
talking?
scan?
I mean, I can
Well, I
do the
mean,
medical.
That's a
not a scientific brain scan.
Okay.
I can
like
A psychic
detect
brain scan.
thoughts.
Yes.
well, I
If
mean,
he's willing, I
Uh,
can detect thoughts.
no, sweetie, it's not we need to detect his thoughts like that. It's more like, I don't know.
Need a deep dive.
Yeah, it'd be kind of nice if we could deep dive.
Yeah,
I'd like
I
to
can't.
summon my 3.5 psionicis for
no,
5 minutes, please.
no. the
Okay, this is everything I know. Oh. Okay.
um,
Anyway, but
I mean, what if we just talk to
who did I
him?
have watching them? Because there should have been people actually like here to stop most of that before it happened, technically. But I assume that shit happens, and I'm okay with it.
no, I think you had Lady Sonnet, but you took Lady Sonnet with you,
Eh,
and then
nope, it's okay. Like I said, it's my fault either way, because
yeah, and
I treated them like they were common passengers, just had
and
other
no one
shit to do.
and no one and no one explicitly told her, "Hey, make sure that they don't get into a fight with the doctor." She assumed that the
Right?
doctor was allowed to do what he was doing, and
Let's.
she assumed that there was no protocol for letting that whether or not they were going to defend themselves. Her order, but she
No,
wasn't even.
no. And
But she had left the ship anyway. She was just
all
getting
I'm
back.
saying is I just got yelled at for not assuming things on my own, so
No,
it's
no, I
funny that
get you.
she did it too.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
so
Well, learn by example, I guess.
let's start with moving him. Dyden, do you wish to stay on the Ember or do you wish to join him on the Shrike in the bungalow?
uh, Dyden, for her sake, she's not comfortable being on the Ember either. She'll go with Rex.
Okay.
she's like,
So,
she's like, I trust you. I don't know about that doctor. He was
okay.
rather
So you remember Shaba. It's Shaba's ship. So you need to know that before you decide to go over there. Otherwise, I'll put you in the girls' quarters and you'll be safe there. The only girl that's not in those quarters technically is this Vesk woman over here that I can't think of.
Isaki.
Isiki.
Isaki. I could have looked it up. I wrote it down this time.
Yeah.
But so yeah, all the other girls they stay in the same bunk.
No, I think Nurx has her own room. I think Nurx is the
I
type.
thought Nurks. I thought technically they're set up as pods, so I assume the pods were at the very least
Right.
next door to each other. So
Probably next door to each other. But I could see, since you don't have a full 100 people on here, I could see Nurx's ego big enough to be like, I get my own room.
and I'm okay with that until we need to actually have 100 people,
Right.
and then
You
she's gonna put
you
a bunch of stuff in storage.
you have a whole bunch of rooms. You have a fuckload of rooms. So,
Yep, and eventually we'll have more. Ha
yep.
ha ha ha.
Um,
100 NPCs.
yeah.
I just want to build a spa on one of your ships.
Um,
I'm sorry,
okay.
we can't have that yet.
One
Yeah.
day.
If they had more
But
expansion bays, perhaps.
here is something that you did not know. Because you must be with Shaba, you don't get your own bedroom. And the bedrooms on Shaba's ship are luxurious, while ours are just good.
Yeah, yeah, they do have more to
We had to sacrifice luxury for something that was important.
them.
Do you remember the important thing though?
No, but I can probably find the notes from building that ship and figure it out again. But they're not here tonight.
That's okay.
It's all right.
It was
Shab and I
prob-
build lots of ships.
it was probably
Yes, we
due
have.
to trying to cram as much stuff in there as you could.
Yeah, Captain Zai's whole thing with each upgrade is he doesn't lose anything that he already had. So that makes it kind of hard sometimes. Because the only thing we're technically really missing at this point to be like completely like, oh, we're going to just go off the grid and live in the ship for the rest of time is the hydroponic slab. I need 2 more
Oh,
bays for that. And then we'd be completely self sufficient.
I could talk to
Just
plants. Do you have
scavenge
anybody
for,
running it?
scraps so we can build stuff in space. Oh,
Right.
nice.
Oh, let's see.
Ah.
I'm writing something down here.
Ironically, I normally describe the luxurious quarters as very Inara as well.
I want to go find merch.
Yeah. Yeah. Where would Vesa find you at?
Merch is probably in the science lab right now. Very like he's in a mood.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Can I
yeah.
see him?
Have you gotten
Yeah.
yourself back
Yeah.
up to Hull
Yeah.
yet?
Yeah, no, I brought myself back up to whole. He's probably in the process of that. Like, he's got like a gash across his, like a slash across his, what do you call it? His lab coat. Nothing actually got to him. He's just like
Oh, nice.
recovering his like stamina, you know.
Yeah. He's spent 10 minutes in the corner being pissed off. Got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he's just like at one of the logs, and you see like his L fan is typing rapidly in one of the files.
Mhm.
I want to go and sit down beside you,
Um,
if it's possible, or
Yeah,
somewhere
yeah.
near you.
no, for sure, and like
Okay.
Merch is like I don't know if he's alone in this room, but like the only other person would probably be Nurse Jerkdazal if there is anybody in this room. And he's just like, "Hello, Vesa, how may I help you?"
What the fuck happened?
What do you mean, what the fuck happened? He decided he did not want to take my orders. That is what happened.
Yeah, but when it comes to people, most people, it, it's it's nice to have a gentle touch. And you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar, and also you don't get stabbed. So, are you okay?
Merch turns towards you and like super coldly goes, I am not a child. I understand the inner workings and dynamics. However, for someone who has been out for so long, the most efficient way to deal with them was to sedate them until the captain could go and see. However, I see that the captain made time even though he told me to sedate them. So,
Mhm.
this is
That's
the
because shit
situation.
happened. Sorry.
I mean, I'm not talking to you like you're a child. But clearly some shit went sideways because you didn't handle your business like you needed to. So, like, I'm here for whatever you decide to do because I feel like we're friendly, but that was completely fucking uncalled for. And I'm asking you to just, like, calm your fucking tiny turnip tits. I don't know what to tell you.
Merch.
You need to make a diplomacy check, otherwise this
I
could
will
go so
make
bad.
one. I will fucking make it. I'll add my
Yeah.
baby six.
Please roll a natural 20, so he'll be amused.
Did it even do it? It didn't do it. What's wrong with my shit? My computer is
Wait, there
bullshit.
it happened.
All
And
right.
then roll your 1d6
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, yeah,
D6
yeah,
plus 2.
yeah.
Ha
There you go.
ha! There.
That's a
I like you a
35.
whole
She
lot.
means it in a really nice way.
Like,
Yeah.
I like you a whole lot. Get your shit together.
Right.
Merch.
She doesn't realize you're a radish that doesn't have emotions like a normal person.
Yeah, Merch. This is the first time you kind of get this look, and it's not like someone who's looking at like a person or like trying to like empathize. You get this cold, calculative look that for a second it almost seems like he's just staring at a slab of meat, and he just says, "Thank you for your advice. If you'll excuse me," and turns back towards the computer.
I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I'm leaving. Like,
Yeah.
You
yeah.
got like I will tell you, you got weird vibes off of Merch there.
super
Like-
duper. Yeah.
Like super uncomfortable and like really like you don't meet people like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I've never met a turnip person,
Mhm,
to be
mhm.
fair.
No. Okay, so you know that guy that walks by the house and the dog freaks out hard, but not in the normal bark, bark, bark kind of way. More like,
Yep.
yo, we need to get the fuck out of here, get in the car, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he just made you feel.
Yeah, totally. I left. I'm not even saying goodbye. I'm not.
It was
Yeah.
a good idea not to say goodbye.
Yeah.
So, Xander, are you available? Because you said you needed to see the captain.
Yep. Xander.
Okay, so he's not available.
Yeah.
So, merge
Oh.
your. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Eh,
Okay. Trying to figure out how to multitask.
Nope,
Oh,
you're doing a great job. I'm proud of you.
All right, hold on. So, you show up, and he's like, okay. So, in my work of trying to figure this power source thingy, my notes. The sifter, to find the sifter.
The sifter, yeah.
Okay, so I ran into a few things. I need a power source to power the sifter itself.
Got it.
Okay, so there's some ancient androids to talk to and whatever and all that stuff. I don't know where about that point. But at this point, my research has led me to the point where I need to go to, what, the Marixa Republic or something like that?
Where
and
is
the
that at?
Geodorana or the Geodorana Authority. So
All right. So are both of those in the Vescarium?
nope, they are not.
Man,
The
I don't
Geodorana.
need to be in core.
You're not in core. These aren't in core either.
Okay.
So
But I still need to do the Vesk thing first.
yeah. Well,
Which is fine. I just wanted to present the information to you
Yeah,
that
but
I need
he's
to go to
making it-
either one of those two places to further my research.
What are the chances with the research that they scavenge from you that they will figure it out as well, get there first, and steal what we're rightfully about to steal?
I would vote that they would decipher it about 95% of the chance and go there. Either which one of the two places. Because of what they took from me, so they have a 95% chance to get the same information, and they will choose one of the two places to go and find more information.
Damn it, man. I really hate putting off stuff for my auntie. But so it's time to go. Everyone get on board the ships. We're leaving.
All right. Is
All right,
everybody
so
loading up
let's see.
then?
Next, scramjet, collaborate. Maybe we'll get there on time or together if we do it that way. Set course for the Vescarium.
All right. Cool, cool. So let me go ahead and roll some space time getting place type thing.
Because you have both of them. Ha 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 ha.
I do. Let's see. Let me see what travel times. Travel times. I should have. You'd think I'd have travel times like memorized by this point, but I don't.
I don't either.
I would never think you have anything memorized.
Page
You would-
26, the most important page.
Okay.
That's the experience table.
Epsilon near space. Okay, so it's 3d6 days. So it's gonna take /3d6. So the first roll is for the Ember. The Ember takes 14 days in transit to the Vescarium. And the Fire Shrike is in transit for 12 days. So the Fire Shrike, Shaba, you get there first. Like you
So,
and your are there before like 2 days ahead of the Fire Shrike. And I also kind of want to know like what people are doing while you have all this time in drift, because you're
yes.
you're in drift for like 2 weeks, you know, essentially.
No. All right, so Shaba, we're not wanted there, but I would go ahead and forge some new papers. It's been a while since we've done that.
Do I need papers
Yep.
since I am who I am?
All right, so the papers are
No,
actually
technically,
for the ships,
yeah.
Oh, I see.
and then we can hide, like disguise wise, to help with some of that. But
And you and Plu don't have a record here, and neither does Xander. Like, well, nobody has a
yeah,
actual record
technically,
with Vescarium, but you guys like aren't even really noted to be a part of the crew yet.
Wait,
right?
we were there already, weren't we? That's where the
Yep.
concert
Yeah.
was, and that's where I got picked
Yep.
up.
Yes.
Cool. I
Exactly.
wonder if most of my luggage is here because I'm fairly certain that I never fucking got it.
Go back to Vesk Prime and be like, I need to get to my luggage.
I need my bag.
That's what I was thinking. I want to go get my stuff back.
Let's go get our shit, Xander. Shit.
Well, then I hope you're in luck, and the person I'm looking for is on Best Prime. Otherwise, Rule 13, travel light.
By the way, Vesa, it does occur to you that you haven't spent much time visiting your friend Xander since you guys joined the ship. They've just
That's what I was gonna do for 2 weeks.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
like, yeah. And as far as the
So-
Vesk are concerned, they still think you two are dating. So
Oh,
Oh,
shit,
No,
that's
no,
right.
because Xander and the Vesk are now on Shaba's ship.
We're on
So
2 different
for the last
ships.
2 weeks, you
Oh,
haven't
yeah.
seen
Yep.
Xander.
Oh, I
Yeah,
forgot
because
she's
maybe
on a
I've, like,
different ship.
told
that's
him.
true because you
So-
are on different ships.
So wait. So you're saying that while you guys are in drift, Bazik is constantly giving Xander shit about being away from his girlfriend? Because I love that.
Oh my
Pretty
God.
much.
No, actually, Bazik mostly bides his time like training and exercising. Like he does challenge Rek to a fight, but Rek declines because he's such a nice guy. He's like, oh no, I don't think we really need to get into that. It's fine. We're on the same side. Why would we need to do that? And you're just like,
What, has Rek
This-
never heard of sparring?
no, he's heard of sparring. Fucking
He
here
only
was
does
there.
that under orders.
Yeah, because okay, he is a series like a lot of his stuff is programming, right? So it's not the same for him as training as is for like Bazik. There's a physical exaltation because he's a creature of flesh and blood. There's a physical exaltation in the effort of doing so. Somebody with synthetic, parts like an SRO probably may not get the same stimulus out of it. Um, you know, plus Bezic
Mm.
is from a warrior culture and they always want to fight. Um, Rek was ostensibly a combat medical drone, is what he originally was. So while
So
he's
he is
trained,
defend
hmm
and heal. He's not. I'm gonna fuck shit up.
yeah,
That's not his style.
his ethic on fighting, he comes at it from a different point of view. Bazik comes in with hurt the enemy, improve your dominance, and Rek comes in with
With suppressing
protect your
fire and
with
harrying
pr-
fire.
yeah with protect your team and get them off the field to heal them. That's
Mhm.
that they come at it from different. But Rek declines, not
Wreck is a
necessarily
good old
because he
boy.
thinks he'll lose or anything like that. He's just like, yeah, no, there's no need for that. We're fine, because
Mm.
Qualu isn't currently ordering like fighting drills. However, um, Rec does set up some drills on, or not Rec, but Qualu does set up some drills on the Fire Shrike. So those of you who are new, or not the Fire Strike, but on the Blue Ember, those of you who are on the Blue Ember, particularly those of you who are new, like find yourselves like getting messages from Qualu about like training exercises, like anti-boarding
Right.
exercises, combat
They
tactic
said
units, and things.
when you show up for a training, you're
Mhm.
being trained by a 17-year-old humanoid,
Okay. Is he cute?
right? No, she's cute, but she's 17 and she could probably eat a planet, but we can't prove that yet.
Okay. But I mean, okay. Cool.
But yeah, she's actually in charge of like your cardio classes.
Love it.
Yeah.
Do we do a spin class?
Her name is
I was
Melanie.
about to say.
Like
Yeah.
hot yoga?
Well, no, hot yoga was probably more like basic style. That shit's brutal.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
ridiculous.
that's probably some shit like Isaki you'd be into.
She's actually teaching a variant of Kasathan Tai Chi that she learned from Nahir.
I
She's
love
not
it.
that
I'm
good
here
at it
for it.
because she's only got 2 arms.
Right.
That's okay.
It
Modified.
Mm-hmm.
emphasizes like supple movement and grace in combat.
Love it.
Right.
Which,
It's actually a please don't hit me style.
I like that.
which
I'm here for it.
which you saw a little bit of Zai in combat, so you kind of
Mhm.
had
Which
it's
is the
similar.
opposite of some of that.
It is opposite some of that, but there is.
Zai took it and then Steven Seagal'd it and went, never ever do it this way. And when you do it that way, you kill people.
I mean, good shit.
I have
Yeah.
a strong lack of respect for anyone who Steven Seagal's anything.
Right.
What about Machete?
Yeah.
Eh,
He's my hero.
eh,
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's Danny Trejo.
Anyway, let's move on. I'm sorry. I just
Danny
had to bring it
Trejo.
up. Yeah,
Um,
we all love Danny Trejo. Well, I love Danny Trejo.
Danny
love
I love
Trejo
Danny
is the
Trejo
uncle
more
of
than Zam
Hollywood.
Zam. All
The
right.
cool Hollywood.
Oh no.
oh, that's not even right. So Serold, uh, you are you and your people are officially on the Ember now, and what have you. What are you doing with your time while you're in Drift?
I really
What
don't
are-
have much to do with it. I can't
Okay.
do my investigation too much because I'd need access to probably all the information that's on the main ship. And
Well-
I think isn't all the training stuff on the other ship too?
I thought you went back to the Blue Ember. Is that
I have no idea. I thought we were getting moved to the Fire Shrike.
you originally
No.
were? But no, I guess you're on
Captain Shaba and I, while you were indisposed, had a moment where we discussed it, and currently the crew of the
Okay.
Fire Strike 4.0 is.
Yeah. No.
In that case, probably just in the training room.
You gonna train with Qualu and such.
Well, even
Yeah,
after
I was gonna
that.
say,
Even after that.
Yeah, even after that, it'll do it on its own.
All right.
right? We run you through the Slef videos.
Yeah.
Can never
but
be a
don't-
Slef.
Yeah.
Mm.
They're
Well,
Don't
no,
forget
in all the
Commodore.
training scenarios where Slef is the chaos factor.
Mhm.
because he throw grenades randomly every time you play it.
But Commodore, the Blue Ember doesn't have the hack anymore.
Oh crap! You're right.
It's
Ah.
on the Fire Shrike.
Yep, it is
Stupid.
on the Fire Shrike.
Well, if I don't have anything to really do
No
to further my investigation,
Yeah, it's probably more of
Wrong
well, I
Ember.
mean, you do know that like Isaki and Bazik are investigating this thing, and they believe that Xander's supposed to find out stuff, but he's over on the Fire Strike now.
yeah. So
No, well, fine. Then you'll have to do training in the cargo bay.
Yeah, I
But
was
it's
gonna
not
say
like
that.
we haven't done that before.
Yeah, it's
Come to
probably
spin class with me.
Also,
come to what
you have.
class?
Spin class.
Oh yeah, she's in Melamie's Tai Chi class. Kasathan Tai Chi for beginners.
Probably that doesn't strike me as something an emotionless child soldier would want to do.
mostly
It's
stretching.
actually
I don't
incredibly
know.
effective because
Well,
you're getting beat up by a 17-year-old girl.
Well, it's mostly like stretching and meditation, right? Like emphasis on like moving, like like the water or whatever, like fluid moving. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it'd be
Maybe
meditation
he goes
factor.
there.
The
Eh.
if he doesn't, he doesn't. But if so,
I mean, it would be
that's
a way
cool
to
too.
limber up.
Well,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she's still only a yellow belt. She can't actually do damage till she's a black belt.
Well, and
Oh,
I think
do I get a belt?
Yeah, any color you want. It'll be 5 UPBs.
Sold. I don't think I have any of those. Let me look.
think,
Sold. I don't have any money.
No, I have
Um,
money. I just don't have. I
Does
don't
somebody
think I
want to
have...
loan
What
me
armor
5
are you wearing?
UPBs? I want a cool looking belt.
right?
What am I wearing?
What armor are you wearing, Besa?
It is a
I
D
realized
suit
you
3.
came in with fairly good stuff, but I want to make sure.
Yeah, I've got a D suit 3.
Okay, you're fine.
Yeah.
Shaba, sweet woman, what are you actually wearing?
B-Suit 3.
Okay, so everybody's cool. Merch, you got something equivalent to that?
Yep, I got like some kind of deep tier 2 armor.
Okay. Well, if you're well,
Well, let me see what I got. Yeah, I got tier 3 armor. It's Zirzer Diffractor or Zeizerer Diffractor. It was
Oh,
cheap,
you were-
but it was effective.
It was
no. Go ahead.
you using a Dro made weaponry, a Dro made armor.
Yeah.
Hey, they make
Is
things
it
that size
custom?
to
'Cause you're
fit, just
tiny.
like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
So let's see. It's 17.
As for Melanie, she seems almost a little too innocent for being 17 years old and having ridden with the Fire Shrike for as long as she has. Relatively, relatively friendly and affable, but also seems somewhat self-unaware at times.
Oh, we're gonna
No,
be friends.
she occasionally will blonde moment out on you guys, but she is definitely very versed in what she does now.
I like
And
it.
I don't have nearly enough time to keep training her, and I hate it. Hey, wait! I have other Kasathans on board. Someone needs to train her when she's not training others.
Well, not all of them are
Good
like
junior
adventurer type class people. Some of them are normal people, but there are a few engineers in the group, and what have
and
you.
that's fine. That's one of the other reasons I sometimes want to take them to the planet. But we're in the Vescarium. Hooray!
So
How many sessions in?
Or it's
Is this
109.
17?
Nope, 119 at this point.
So it took us 19 episodes to make it to the Vescarium, people. Good job.
So
Yay! Let's go get my
And technically,
luggage.
we probably shouldn't have left.
so
But I have stuff to do.
so you've got. We see maybe as we like come into view, like are you guys going to? Where are you going to start your search in the Vescarium? Like there are several planets in the Vescarium.
No. I realized that, but we had information of their last whereabouts, so we'd start there.
Well, the last place that they were was at Vesk Prime because they were hammering out.
No. The
Yeah,
diplomat that I'm looking for my aunt.
No, exactly.
Oh,
that's exactly.
he was on Vest Prime too.
Yeah.
Good news, everyone! You can look for your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
So
excited.
maybe we get the Blue Ember and the Fire Shrike like closing in on the Vesk Prime, like get the little title card at the bottom, Vesk Prime. Um,
You know,
and
I just thought of the fact that I'm in the one place for me being a fearsome, like, well-known person is great because I start out with an amount of respect that makes them want to kick my ass. I like it. So let's just be ourselves. I push the button and the sign flips.
yeah, they're like you come into like Vesk Prime's infosphere, like radio range and whatnot, and you get a you get a unknown vessels. Identify yourself. You have now entered for this airspace of Vesk Prime.
One moment.
I immediately call Clue, and I'm like, dude, we got to go pick up our shit. I'm so excited.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It's always
Clue's
nice
like,
when it's at least decent.
yeah, go ahead.
All right, so this is Captain Zai and the Fire Shrike crew. We are here on a diplomatic mission, and we are looking for so-and-so. We are
Well,
not here for pleasure.
So the name of the diplomat you're looking for is Lamak Vor Tet Viran of Clan Rahek.
All right,
Can
I
you
want
put
you
that
to
in the
copy and
chat?
paste that into chat so I can then copy and paste it into my notes because I'm going to mess that up, sir.
Okay, let me put that in here. Diplomat.
For anyone that might be watching at home, Kasathan people are known for having incredibly long and complicated names. But
True.
Vesk also like long names, so it's pretty cool.
Let's see.
I miss Nahir. He would have had a lot of fun kicking butt here.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now it's in chat, so you can put it in there into your notes
That
and
is
what have you.
so long. I appreciate
I
it.
know. It's a Kasathan name. Kasathans do have these long, freaking complicated ass names. And it's
Thank
cool. Actually, part of the thing I like about them. But yeah, there you get the like diplomat. They're like diplomat of the clan Rahik. It's like we wondered when you would be sending an investigation. The Idari would be sending investigations. You're cleared to.
This is technically off their books.
He goes. He goes. Off their books or on their books. We assumed someone would be coming. They said they're like, you have clearance to land you have clearance to land at docking pad 45 CC 42 and 45 CC 43.
All right, dibs on 42.
Whatever.
All right, so yeah, we land.
Yeah.
I go over comms to both ships. I'm like, all right, so this is the Veskarium. Here are the basic rules for those of you that don't know. Those of you that don't fight on a regular basis should probably just chill for a while, and we'll see how this goes. Anyone that's coming outside, be armed. Do not be aggressive. I don't want to fight a bunch of lizards today. Zenfresh, no offense.
Are they gonna hunt me like the
And
last
he is
time I was
definitely
here?
coming. In fact, all three of them should come. And I kind of want to take the cats too, because we have them. They should stay. It's the best game.
Owali and Qualu and
Yeah,
Tofik.
Qualu,
and
you do what you think you need to do.
Quibble. He's like, I'm not going to abandon my duty just because of. He says, I'm not going to. I am not going to abandon my duty just because of location. Eh,
Right, but wait a minute.
although it may be a bit
I take
uncomfortable.
him aside, and I'm like, aren't you wanted here like I'm wanted most places?
He's like, yes and no. Many people think that I am dead here. It would be interesting to see what their reaction to such a thing would be.
I almost would prefer if you do decide to come with us that you at least allow us to disguise.
He's like, very well. If it is going to be a disguise, then perhaps I can be of use investigating the streets while you are dealing with the dignitaries.
That sounds like a better idea, and I will take Oshni in your stead.
He's
He
like,
is wise beyond his appearance.
yeah, he's like, uh, I would like. He probably says something about. I would. He says, I will take. He says, I will take to Awali and Tofik and Squibble with me. If there is anyone else you would like to assign to the team, then by all means.
Let's see.
If you have a preferred, if you have someone you would prefer to be assigned to.
Okay. And just because we've had issues with it recently, no pyrotechnics of any sort. We want to stay as low key as possible since we just flew in as, myself instead of something else.
It is very understood then. He's like, he's kind of.
And I don't think I'll have any problems with the rest of the people you've already chosen. So, make
Right.
it so.
Yeah, they're gonna. He's like, we will go dig up our old contacts and see what we can find out.
Excellent. Serold, Xander, Vesa, Shaba,
Mm-hmm.
Merch. Oh, shit. We gotta think about them too. Rex.
We're losing you in the game. Chris, we can't hear you in game. He's talking, but I think he's well into his. Give me. Let me go all in him. Because he may not be able to hear us either. Second here.
So, how about them
Sports balls.
Yeah.
Dallas is doing pretty good in their Stanley Cup Finals of 2019-2020.
All right, I had to go.
Go sports.
He had a very long spiel he was on and didn't realize we couldn't hear him.
Yeah, can you all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, we
Yes.
can.
It was so awesome, guys. I always have that happen. I'm just talking and talking, and then it's
True.
like, hey, none of that happened. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, so let's see. We're getting ready to go outside. I had the thing with Qualu. So after that, anyone that does want to come can come. And then I was like, oh yeah, and Rex, we're about to upgrade the infosphere. So you can download a bunch more videos to see what's happened in the last 80 years. And I'm treating him basically like his name is Stefan Rogers. And just trying to be like, if you want to be part of the group, you can be part of the group, but you can't get lost.
Yeah, he's basically probably he's probably studying up on what the hell is even going on. He doesn't have a lot of business here at the moment. He doesn't even know
Okay.
what business he needs to be into at the moment.
All right, so let's be specific. If he isn't coming,
he's-
ladies,
Yeah,
all
go
right,
ahead.
he is gonna come.
No, I was gonna say he isn't
Okay.
gonna come. So.
All right, Lady Sonnet,
Yeah, she's
keep all your eyes on him. Keep him out of trouble, and if he tries to run away, bring him home. All right, there we go.
Yeah,
And then
she
let's
nods.
have Rec watch out for the girl whose name eludes me at the moment. Yeah, because Rec is going to soothe her soul by being the perfect gentleman, and that will help her. So,
All right.
all right, and then
Merch is gonna stay on the ship with the nurse.
okay, that's
Yeah,
fine,
with-
Rich.
yeah.
If you need him,
I may
give him a
holler
call.
for you if I need
Yeah,
you.
exactly. If you need him, give him a call. He'll actually, if you give him like 100 to 200 credits, for like back ending, he'll start making like some shit that a warrior culture would love, like stimulants and steroids and shit, like just to fill time.
Oh, we should have done that while we were in fucking. But yeah, it's too late. So
I mean,
yeah, if you
I can still
want-
make it in like super
a
quick
couple
order.
hours, I know.
Yeah.
And we're gonna probably be here for, I'm gonna guess, a month.
Oh shit! Then I might be able to use my drug dealer role. But we'll probably get to that in the next.
Yeah, we'll have to wait until like near the end for that because we might only be here for a couple days. I don't want you to get excited and then have it not happen.
Yeah. No, I get you.
We're gonna be here for at least 48 hours, I would guess.
Okay. Yeah, just
All right.
you give him a couple hundred UPVs, he'll start making some of that stuff.
All right, I am subtracting 200
question.
UPBs.
Yes.
I have a question for Commodore.
Of course,
What do you want to do with this diplomat once you find him?
I'm gonna take him home.
Okay.
Okay. You guys should make what would it be a culture check to find their stuff? I mean,
Well,
it's been
actually,
how long?
It's been a couple weeks. It's really only been like a very brief amount. It's been a few days. Actually, it's been more than a couple of weeks. It's been
Yeah. It took us a couple weeks to get here.
yeah. I was gonna
So I
say
want to say it's been at least a month.
not a
Well,
month. It's
We
Now,
can just go to the
Besa-
hotel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were just
Besa
gonna
has
go
the
to the
bonus
hotel.
of having a return address on all her stuff, but Xander, your stuff is probably just, gone.
Oh, we can ask
But
around.
it's possible. You can try.
I was just
In
gonna
fact,
go to the
we can help you
hotel.
try.
Yeah, that's what I want to do too. We can go together.
Were we in the same
So
hotel?
sorry, monsieur.
I don't
We
know.
only keep things in the lost and found for 2 weeks, and then we throw it away.
I was in the swankiest hotel in the city. Where were you
That's
at?
why it was 2 weeks.
Actually, you were staying at the consulate, Xander, because you were
Oh.
here on accident.
So surely they still have your stuff.
It's way more possible that the consulate has confiscated his things, and he won't get most of it back. If he's lucky, he might get his clothes.
Well,
That's
whatever
okay.
university he was working for might have might have come and picked it up. That's another possibility. All right.
Like I said, I don't know. You're gonna have to find out.
Yeah.
So-
So I'm gonna go to the consulate as my intended destination to figure out. Hey, my stuff got left here and I got teleported the fuck out. You still have my shit?
and they're like, somebody.
Also,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
They
No, I'm
said,
just thinking out loud.
yeah, they said the university sent somebody to pick your possessions up, including the ship. Was there anything specific in there? Was there anything specific you were looking for? Rather well refined, Vesk says.
Nice. It's good to meet those. Hey, do you
Those
want a job?
exist.
You already have
Yeah,
a well
Elgas.
refined Vesk.
No, I was just, I finally made it back and I was going to get my stuff back, but if the university has gained possession of it, then that would be my next destination to retrieve my stuff back. But if that's what's happened, I'm alright with that.
Yeah, at least you know it had a destination that wasn't the trash.
Yeah, they were trying to get your research, and they were like, well, they took whatever, but back with them too. But they were, yeah, they sent somebody because they were like, yeah, we kind of need to get his research, and when they didn't find you and they just found your stuff, they were like, well, I guess we're taking that too. But
All right. Also, I've spent enough time with the vests that have currently been on board. Did they have a destination or somewhere they
mm,
needed to go since we were on Vest Prime? How are they reacting?
their
Because
reaction
no
to
one's
this is
actually told me about them being of an evil priesthood yet.
they actually don't seem they actually seem to be acting fairly like nonchalant about it. You would expect for them to be at least a little bit excited to be home, but instead they kind
Well,
of act a little bit more like this is just an inconvenience. This is not where they want to be. They're trying to
I was
get
going to
somewhere
say,
else. They seem
also, are we catching any attention since he's with us? He is actually fairly well known.
Oh yeah, yeah. There are plenty of fans for Bazik that are all around and what have you. Um, that are there's a few people that there's a few vests that offer up some challenges and whatnot. But waiting on the pad for you is a contingent of Vesk. And as soon as you come
Oh,
out there,
nice.
there's like and they're dressed in formal military wear, extraordinarily formal military wear, and they're like,
Right.
"We've
I'm going to
been,
make
you
my
know,
armor look like Veskarium Plate 3, so I look super fancy when I walk out for him.
yeah, okay, yeah." And the big Vesk there that greets you is like, "We've been sent to greet you and bring you to the High Despot.
Oh,
She
nice.
requests to see you, uh, since you happen to be on planet."
Of course. I always love to make personal appearances. So,
Yeah,
if you will, lead the way. We have other things to do after this.
yeah, they're
I appreciate the escort. With
like,
current company here, it would have taken much longer to make it anywhere.
yeah, and they have like a hover limo
Oh,
set up and
nice.
waiting for you guys. Like,
I'm surprised it's
um,
not more like a military truck or whatever. But either
well,
way,
it's no, there's a military escort with it.
oh, nice.
And you're fairly certain that being that it's a Vesk vehicle, there's probably extra armor plating and probably a few hidden weapons. But it's like there's
Well,
a
and yeah, go on.
yeah, and there's basically that bit of so when you have time later, perhaps you can regale me of the tales of your liberation of the planet, your recent liberation of a planet. I understand it was a glorious battle.
Yes, there was indeed much carnage and death.
Eh,
Some of it was indeed glorious.
uh, yeah, and maybe this is kind of like where we leave off here, as you guys are in the hover limo taking off, and uh, did
Wait,
you?
can I
Right.
look for my stuff?
Yeah, you can. Like, they don't have your case. In your case, your family had your stuff picked up, and you find out that there's word that they have hired people to try to find you.
Yeah, if that's the
Great.
case, you need to send them. You're gonna send them that letter where you're like, "Dear Mom and Dad, I'm not dead. Everything's fine. I'm with Ashira," and then they'll be like, "Oh God, she's with Ashira."
Right? Like, oh god,
That'd be
It's
about right.
fine.
because
We're good. We're space
because
pirates now.
yeah, because it sure is well known as a member of the Fire Strike. They would immediately like, she's what? She's with who?
It's fine. Please send money. I love you.
Yeah.
I need money for laundry.
I need money for laundry.
Need
It's
money
filthy
for
here. It's actually not so bad.
I was gonna say once again, it is a fully functioning vessel, and there's
Yeah.
plenty of places to get clean.
Oh
If you're
yeah.
not
Totally.
bathing, that's on you, dear.
True.
It's definitely
very
not
true.
Birdie because there is a mop bucket that constantly plays smooth jazz and tells you to breathe regularly that goes
Yes,
around and makes
it
sure it's
does.
spotless.
Right,
It's
Right,
got a
right.
that's
grenade
just-
launcher attached to it, but
It does. It does have a grenade launcher attached to it.
Yeah.
So in my note, I'm definitely like, please send money. I love you.
Right. Great. Now we're gonna have to deal with,
Another
go and get my
royal
daughter
family.
from this horrendous pirate.
Yeah, another family like that.
Yeah, you're.
I mean, they're not so terrible. My dad's
no,
a piece of
no,
shit,
and-
but that's about it.
I appreciate that you're just rebelling because you're bored, unlike Ashira who's rebelling because she's bored and doesn't want to admit it.
I mean, you think I'm rebelling because I'm bored, and that's enough for now.
So that means we have two people rebelling because they're bored and won't admit it.
I mean,
I
does that mean we need to be doing something that makes them not bored?
I mean,
Well,
if
no,
you want to
no,
like
it's
kill
still
a family
cute that
member.
we're still breaking her in slowly
Um?
because she still thinks that this is some like crazy picnic where she gets to party at night.
Bad
They
things
said-
happen when you're with the Fire Shrike
Right,
and the
like-
Blue Ember.
Yeah.
Okay, so today
Yeah.
you witnessed true evil for just the briefest of moment,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
it messed with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vesa, if
Yeah.
you want a family member dead, just ask Serold. If he finds them, he has no fucking moral qualms about killing people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
and
hit up
Murch, as
Harold
far as
later.
I go, Murch is a man of science that doesn't care about the Geneva Convention.
Uh-huh.
That freaks me
That's
out.
very
ethics.
accurate.
No ethics.
I was super
Literally
cool with
no
Taproot,
ethics.
and then it was
That's
like
the way
not.
we like it.
That's the easiest way to explain it. So all
He's-
you have to know is
Yeah.
if you need something put on or taken off, he is the person to do it. But
Oh yeah.
he doesn't have any problem while he's there going ahead and planting just enough explosives. If you piss him off, your brain goes
Just enough explosions.
Okay.
Yeah.
not enough to actually crack the skull, but enough to cause an embolism. So when he does the autopsy, you'll be like, "Oh, they died from an embolism."
Well,
Ha, ha, ha,
I'm
ha.
Oh,
gonna
and
No, so here's the question. How useful would it be for me to have that leverage? Because if it's not that useful, then he's not going to waste the time and resources on it. I mean, you got to think
Right.
about you got to think about the time cost.
So let's just put it this way: we're going to pretend that Murch is a mid-level drug dealer. So don't make him angry, or your head ends up on the turtle.
Yeah.
Tortuga
It's best
always
to have
wins.
him.
Wrong.
It's best to have him on your side.
No, he's not Tortuga, he's Lechuga.
He's fuck you. That's good. That's really
Bravo.
I think.
well done.
Did I just make a pun in another language?
Okay.
You did.
don't know.
Very good.
Nice.
But I think we're at that point here
Yes.
where it's time to do sign-offs and move forward. So if everybody will start mailing me or sending me your Player's Choice Awards,
Oh.
and I will start with. Let's start with Shaba. Let's start with Brian.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so I'm Shava. I'm Brian. I played Shava. Oh, busy weekend. Anyway, yeah. So the captain of the Fire Strike still think it's a mistake, but hey, they can deal with it. Didn't get to use Fireball this week. Wah. But
I
we
appreciate you
will
listening.
get a time to use that. And yeah, on Tuesdays you can find me playing Sakura in the
Oh my
I
god.
want to say Cyberpunk because I'm waiting for that game to come out so badly. Shadowrun,
Yep, don't Seattle for less.
yeah, Seattle for Less.
I hate that
The
name.
Elven. No, she does not commit war crimes. She's just an assassin.
Heh.
Which, yeah, that's what she is. She is basically a elven assassin who is jacked up on cyber and Bioware. But you wouldn't know it by looking at her. And occasionally on Sunday, when I can make it for Tales from the Cosmos, I'm playing that. Not sure which character it's going to be this time around, but we'll figure it out. And yeah, that's about it.
All right, awesome. why don't we go on to Xander next?
I love Xander.
Oh,
All right. I'm Scott, Psych, whatever, pick a name. I have many names. I played Xander, so I reached an impasse in my research. So we'll move from that on to building better relations with others because apparently I've been neglecting my side cover with my girlfriend for some reason. I don't really know how to describe that.
Your pretend girlfriend that your best captors keep pushing on you.
Yeah, I've been neglecting for some reason. We may break up because of non-communication. I don't know. That's in the
It
future.
might have to happen.
You knew that you were going to be in the drift for a while. You guys made videos for that. Everything's fine.
I mean,
Yeah.
you broke up because of the fact that, according to her, you had the wrong equipment.
Oh, but he's an android. He can just
Exactly.
like drill that
He's
shit
modular.
on. Brr.
Or off.
Yeah. All right.
Ha!
So that'll be
Look at
future.
Scott's forehead. You embarrassed him.
Yeah. All right. What else am I in? Wednesdays when we do Hinge Dimension, I get to play Night, and yeah, everybody wants to kill this dude, so that could be fun.
Wait, did you stop buying groceries?
Occasionally, I'm trying to figure out how to get a generator for
He's
my
never
cave.
bought the groceries. He steals
I don't
the
buy
groceries.
things. Exactly.
Okay. If he comes home with food and you eat it, you
Is it an
are
accessory?
still, in just as deep. I forget what that word is.
An
Accessory?
accessory.
Yeah, after the fact, you'd still be an accessory. And I can tell you about the summer of steaks. Everyone was an accessory.
I was about
Anyway.
to say, somebody knows all about steaks.
I was gonna say we're accessory to McDonald's in the late midnight burrito with chicken and cheese.
Ugh,
Sounds like a
that's,
fucking war
we don't have
crime.
time for all those stories. Anyway,
Okay, what else? On the Justice Grab Bag things, we do Apocalypse World, The Flesh and Fire. I'm a mechanic called Jake. Then if we do Legion Class Wrestling, I was gonna play Adam Mason, which I have to pick a new person to be a manager of now. If we ever play that, then we'll go down that road. In Faulty Comics, I played John Smith, who got to punch zombies. Who doesn't enjoy punching zombies and not getting infected?
The zombies.
True. And then on Sunday nights, I'm in the Ballad of the Menagerie as Chess. And for some reason, I was too tired and I totally missed yesterday. And that was my bad. Because it was a very long weekend driving 5 hours into Oklahoma.
ooh,
Don't come here. It's awful here. Why are you? I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. Oklahoma's great.
I had to
Oklahoma's
you guys
roads.
have a pretty kick-ass zoo in your city.
Yay, zoos.
Cedric County Zoo,
Captive
though.
animal.
And that's every single person I'm playing and weirdness of my existence. So I'm done.
Alrighty.
Hooray. I love Cedric County, but you can fit Cedric County in the Oklahoma City Zoo.
Amy Gedden, you're up next. And by the way, I still need votes from Commodore and from Brian.
Commodore sent it, sir. He just sent it late.
Oh, okay.
It should be there now.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Okay.
it's me now? You want me now?
What?
Oh no, I was talking to Amy.
Oh, Amy, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Amy Gedden, and I play Vesa, who is officially fucking terrified of Merch because that guy has issues, and I am concerned and slightly titillated. Let's see what happens.
They
Other
start
than that,
dating.
no, because I can't be in another emotionless relationship. It's just hard. You're doing all the
I
work. It's
understand.
ridiculous. Yeah. So I'm sad that my bags are gone because I had some cool shit. And I also very much miss Sander. It's been too long. We need to hang out. Because why not? I don't play in anything else because being an adult is stupid. And that's me.
All right. James.
Hi ho, friendolas. My name is James, otherwise known as Nightheart. You caught me here today playing Cyril, the investigator who can't do investigating because of quantum dice that decide whether your character is competent at their job. You can also find me here on Wednesdays where I play Martyr, the pain-dealing, pain-giving super mutant who is just way in over his head with all this bullshit. Now, fucking, her dad's back in town, and he works for like a paramilitary government organization that don't exist. There's giant dinosaurs, magic. My best friend's head got sent to the Shadow Realm, but he's still alive because of magic. And also, there's a guy who turns into spiders and eats people, and he's on our side. Oh. It's a fun game. Find me on Thursdays in Project Severovo, where I play the guy whose name I will probably remember in like 3 weeks. But until then, Russian McVodkason, who is now in charge because the guy who was telling me what to do decided to fuck off into the obviously evil magic mist and didn't come back because it was obviously evil magic mist. And I was like, oh well. Also, I'm really fucking ugly. I have an appearance stat of 20. Yeah, 20.
Yeah.
Because as soon
so
as you
fun
hit
fact,
40, you just...
Yeah, so fun fact there,
Ow.
James. If you
Ow.
we're talking in game, Chris, you're beautiful. Never
Yeah,
change.
according to this game,
Um,
people over 40 are fucking ugly.
So James,
Okay.
James, I learned a fun fact. If you get an appearance of 1, you are so staggeringly hideous that people run in fear of you under normal circumstances.
Nice. That's my goal in this campaign.
I love it.
That'll really actually help my intimidation. Imagine rolling like a fucking crit success intimidation and being that ugly. Basically, some potato monster just walked out and went...
Yeah, right?
But,
Jesus.
anyway. On Sundays, you can find me in Tales from the Cosmos, where I play a whole bunch of characters, and apparently we blew up an island because the island was made out of oil or something. I'm surprised America didn't come and take it. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome.
Ah.
Commodore, you're next.
Hi, I'm Captain Zai. I play here on Monday nights. That was too funny. Let's see. Let's try that again. Hi, I'm Captain Zai. I'm a 6'4" Kasathan. I got 4 arms and I kind of look like Goro. On Monday nights, I play here with these crazy bunch of folks, and I have a lot of fun doing it. Apparently, this was episode 119. It took us 19 episodes of this season to make it to the Vescarium, which we were trying to do in episode 1. It finally happened. I'm super happy about that. It may lead to a whole bunch of horrible things happening without us, and that might destroy the universe. And if that happens, well, it's been fun. Let's see. Tonight's episode was brought to you by Borts, Booze, and Bitches. That was the first actual bar brawl we've been in Borts. Normally we're pretty good there, because if they hit us, we can hit them back. And that's how it has to go. Otherwise, it's super not in your favor. I made him do it a lot last time, so I'm not going to go ahead and do that, sponsor. They can just wait till next week.
Oh.
But the most important sponsor of the night is my friend Purple Kodak sells t-shirts at tpublic.com. They are amazing and fantastic. In fact, the commercial has become so amazing and fantastic, I can't complete it by myself. I have to have help. James, could you help me tonight?
If you don't want your merch to be lame and ethics, get the shit that's epic from Purple.
Golf claps. Golf claps. Not your strongest entry, but one that will fill the middle logs well.
Hey, after last week, I mean, I used props last week. It's hard to follow that up.
Yeah, no, actually genuinely impressive.
If we kept going with this escalation, I'd have to buy a band, and I'm not doing that.
You'd have to blow up your house at that point, I think. Just to
If I
get
find
the
a
hype.
spider, I'll do that.
Okay. That's fair.
But
Awesome.
normally I would say on to Purple Codex, but since I can't, it's whoever the jester says now.
It's on to my
Which
slide.
is win 5 get 1 free.
Oh wait,
Hello,
you
everybody. My
forgot to
name
do
is.
this earlier, sir. I'm sorry. I love Sam.
I also
Zam,
Zam.
Zam.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mike, also known as Win 5 Get 1 Free, and you have caught me today playing Matthias Merch Dieschborg, the person who's somehow been showing his color this whole time, but everyone went, it's fine. But now he's showing his real colors, and people are like,
It's less fine.
fine? I'm concerned. He killed a man, and then he threatened to cut another man's Achilles tendons. And he also tried to forcibly drug that man. So we're getting into
No,
some.
you succeeded in forcibly drugging the man.
Well,
Good
he
job.
did, but he didn't get him incapacitated, which was the real goal. I need to look into how to do that more effectively. Let's see here. You can also catch me on Thursdays where I run Project Severovo, a spooky Russian game where everybody is in Siberia, and that's not even the scary part.
You know you're
Yeah.
fucked when Russia's not the scary part.
Yeah. Exciting shit going on there. I'm pretty much just gonna let my players speak for that game. I'm gonna let y'all tune into it because, again, this is a game I've been working on for 6 months of setup. So I'm super excited to just let everything happen like a well-orchestrated Tchaikovsky piece.
Cannons and all.
All right. You can also catch me on various Saturdays, including this upcoming Saturday, Jester?
Flesh and Fire.
Yes, so I will be Flesh and Fire.
Flesh and Fire, Flesh and Fire, Flesh and Fire,
I
Flesh and
will
Fire.
be there for Flesh and Fire this Saturday as Beef. I'm very excited to be Beef. I haven't gotten to scream incoherently while describing a chainsaw-wielding maniac, and I did just watch all of the Texas Chainsaw Massacres, all 7 of them. So I've got plenty of fresh material.
Ew, even the new ones?
Listen,
Yes.
the Rob Zombie remake is good.
Yeah.
1 and 2 are good. 2 is debatably good. 3 is debatably good. The rest of them are all garbage. All of them are garbage.
Rob Zombie movies suck.
Hey,
I
incorrect.
love you so much. Please
fuck-
marry me.
Fuck Rob Zombie, like, as a person, but, like, I fucking love Captain Spaulding, and you can't take that
Oh.
away from me.
You're
I don't
free
want to take
like
it away from you, but I feel exactly the opposite. I love Rob Zombie. I fucking hate most of his movies.
Fair, that's fair. It's so schlock. Anyway, sorry, I'm taking up too much time. You can catch me also in various black box theaters, which we should be having some of those coming up. I believe Cyrus was talking about something, no pressure and no actual, like, this is happening, but there is rustlings within the trees that there is going to be black box theaters. I was waggling my fingers that whole time, but you couldn't see. You can catch me on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/thathoon. And THATHOON, all caps, and that is me.
Awesome. Well, that brings it back around to me. First bit of, let's get the bookkeeping out of the way really quickly here. Everybody gets 1,000 experience points for this session. That was lovely.
Everyone remember to give that experience to your NPCs.
Yep.
Oh.
Make sure if you have NPCs under your control.
We actually figured some of that out, sir.
I have not had control, by the way, of my fire genocide pilot friend.
No, I actually still have control of her.
Yeah, have you been adding
I will deal
experience to her?
Yeah, I will deal with her.
Okay, cool. Just curious.
Yeah, there are some that I still retain nominal control over simply because either A, I don't want to reveal their statistics because it's plot, if it's it might do something with the plot, or because I have or because it's just too much on somebody's plate for the most logical person to be controlling.
Like,
because
yeah, I just received control of Rec because Rec is one of his specials.
Yep.
And he was finally like, all right, I guess.
No, I thought I'd actually given control over Rack a long time ago, but I had not apparently. With that said, I am the Just the King Zerat. You can catch me here for a number of things. You can catch me here on Monday nights for Fire Shrike, our flagship program, my favorite group of space pirates, space terrorists, and never do wells. You can catch me here on Tuesday nights for Don't Seattle for Anything Less, our Shadowrun game, where I play Salvo, the elven combat mage who's pretty cocky and thinks he's more professional than he actually is. Also has a number of false identities and false licenses. Or you can catch me here on this Saturday. We're going to be doing some Flesh and Fire, our Apocalypse World game. I will probably have some announcements regarding Saturdays and what's going to happen with them going forward soon. And you can catch me here on Sundays, nominally, if we can get the people together for it, for the Ballad of the Menagerie, which is set within the Shrike verse, the same universe as the Fire Shrike, and deals with a lot of the crazy bullshit that, kind of happened in the wake of the Fire Shrike in other places. So you might see a few references to some of the plot points that came out of the Fire Shrike. You might see a bit of ripple effect from what's going on, and you'll get a closer view of what's actually going on with Planet Z. Since Captain Zai is doing other things, you'll actually get to see how Planet Z is actually sort of progressing with that show. And with that said,
Wait, who
there's
got
one other.
Player's Choice?
You're right. That's a good thing. Player's Choice was actually you, Vesa. Give yourself
Hey!
yeah, good thing you asked.
Yeah,
I thought
thank you.
for whatever reason, I thought I'd done that. 700 extra XP.
Also,
Thank you.
one other thing is you forgot to do the social media, which I would never point out usually, except for the fact that I've actually been doing the Twitter Jam.
Oh.
Yeah, we have memes that are from tepid to boiling lava, and I have been posting them all.
I like that you peaked so hard that noise cancellation took over.
Right.
Yeah, no shit.
Listen, that's my goal in life.
Yeah, if you were watching us here on Twitch and you want to go back and watch the episode again and, kind of be like, and kind of relive some of the moments or try to understand something that somebody was saying that maybe you didn't hear the first time around, or sort of get like, into try to find those little details, those little foreshadowing hints that I put into things that people don't often get until like months later. If you want to try to spot any of those and go, I wonder if that means anything. Spend a lot of your time wondering if all of the minutia means anything, and then eventually be paid off in 1 out of 20. You can catch us on YouTube at Paradise Theater. If you are watching on YouTube and you're like, God, I got to watch this while the energy is fresh and my friends can't spoil it for me, and I don't know what's going to happen, you can catch us on Twitch at Paradise Theater. The big difference between the two is on YouTube, there's a space between each word. And on Twitch, there's an underscore between each word. And if you want to see those crazy memes, if you want to see the scheduling update, then you're going to go to pairtheater.com on Twitter. Pairtheater on Twitter. See if I can get that correctly.
They always ask where the phylactery is, not how the phylactery is.
Yeah, no,
Cold.
And with that said, there is see, did I hit all the social media? I think I did.
Yes.
And with that said, there's only one other place you can actually catch me, and that is on my other channel of Zerat, where I do stream video games. I have been streaming Ghost of Tsushima. I am going to stream some Sims 4 or with the Star Wars edition, probably a few other things here and there. We've got lots of things going on, so stay tuned. But for now, that's all we've got. Let's get an RIP for an end. Get out of here. RIP.